That he did not give.
Felicia Alexander asked her father if he needed anything from the store. She was found murdered days later.
And I know my daughter's smiling down on him, knowing that we got him.
I mean, honestly, it's like out of a movie, a quarter century of killing. Jury selection is underway right now for 63-year-old Lonnie Franklin Jr. Franklin, also known as the Grim Sleeper, got the name because investigators say he took a 14-year break between his killing sprees. Even more disturbing, Franklin was a mechanic with the LAPD for years, an alleged serial killer right under their noses. The daughter of one of the victims broke down on the day Franklin was arrested back in 2010.
I never forget when my mom told me I'll be back. I mean, she never came back. And it was all sad for us, you know?
Thank you for talking to us. If there's anything else you want to say, otherwise, I'll totally leave you alone. You okay?
I just want you to have closure, okay, Kenny? I really do. I just want you to be at peace. You never.
So unbelievably sad to know that your mother could have been killed like that by a serial killer, and there could be more victims. LAPD investigators found more than 1,000 photos and videotapes of women and teenage girls in Franklin's garage. This week, more than 6 dozen prospective jurors were questioned. They were asked nearly 200 questions, ranging from their religious and political beliefs, attitudes towards law enforcement, and their understanding of DNA. Criminal defense attorney Yodit Tewolde joining us now to break all of this down. Yodit, it's good to see you. Let's get right to the jury selection, what's happening right now. This is a high-profile case, a lot of evidence. What kind of juror is the state and the defense teams looking for?
Well, both sides obviously would want 12 fair and impartial jurors, individuals who can put their personal feelings, their personal beliefs aside and consider only the evidence and the facts presented in trial. Now, what the prosecution would want to challenge is a juror who is doubtful about the death penalty, and defense attorneys would want to challenge those who are so pro-death penalty that they can't be fair. And so it's very important for a prospective juror who is wanting to be on a jury like this, a capital case that is, to be open to considering all sentencing options, and in this case that would be death or life in prison without parole.
So the death penalty is completely changing the dynamics of this trial.
Absolutely. Greater stakes here. I mean, you have someone's life or death hanging. And so this trial in particular is broken up in 2 parts. If this defendant is found guilty, then the case moves on to the sentencing phase. And in that part of the trial, the state is going to present evidence, aggravating factors that would give rise to implementing this death penalty on this individual. And it's going to take the entire jury to get a unanimous verdict as to the death penalty. And on the flip side, the defense attorneys would want to present evidence that are mitigating and to try and convince the jury that it's important to spare this individual's life.
His crime started in the 80s. He was arrested in 2010. His trial is expected to go this fall. Why is this taking so long?
I mean, we have to remember this case basically spans over 3 decades. You have an individual who is on trial for allegedly killing 10 individuals. Starting from the 80s, there was a 14-year hiatus, and then more murders in the 2000s. So you have so much evidence that you need to find, test, and filter through. I mean, you have technology that has changed, investigative techniques that are changing dramatically, DNA that's changing. You have witnesses that you need to locate. So all of this is going to take time.
Yeah, well, it's like out of a television show, honestly. It sounds a lot like Dexter to me. We're going to be monitoring this case for sure because there's going to be a lot unraveling. Yodit, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.